So then I told them that I don't have any place to stay. They tried to call CRO, but CRO wasn't answering apparently. And then they're like, "Oh, you can stay in our office." And there's a lot of people, and I was just like, "I don't think so." And then later on, after I booked my flight, he goes, "Oh, you can go inside there, the check-in counter place. You go in there. CRO is there. They should be able to." I was like, okay, got my hopes up because I was thinking that CRO went to the check-in desk, and then they were like, "Oh, CROs are there, but they are closed because only skeletal workforce is here right now." Um, and then told them my situation and nothing. Somebody gave me an email though. She was like, "You can email them your ticket and all that stuff for refund." And I was like, okay, I better be getting my refund. So then I just stayed at the airport the whole night and morning. I didn't eat, I didn't sleep. Like the last proper meal I had was breakfast the day I left Cebu. Anyways, so then it was time for me to try and get on my flight, or I checked in, and they were like, Philippine airline agents were like, "You're not allowed to leave because you need the COVID shield, or you need the PNP travel authorization." And I was like, "Oh, I have the travel authorization." They're like, "You should have somebody in Cebu go to your local government unit and ask you for like a letter of acceptance or whatever, or like just the PNP travel authorization." And I was just like, okay, 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 sure. Called my sister, and I basically told her, "Hurry up, I need help. I can't get on this flight if I don't." Like, I felt really bad because it was like 7 a.m. and I was bugging so many people already. So then, my long story short, my sister went to PNB and they told her, "We don't have jurisdiction over you." Or they called and they told me, "We don't have jurisdiction over you because you are in a different city. That city should be issuing you the authorization." And then I was like, "No, they said they can't give me an authorization. Cebu has to give me the authorization to fly from Pasay to Cebu City. Otherwise, I can't get on this plane." And I was like, "Oh my god, I have 2 hours to get on this plane." And I was just panicking. I was crying already. And we had to call up local authorities in Cebu. And we almost got the mayor involved. So we had like all these local government we were just calling so many people, like so many people at the police station in Cebu. They were all trying to contact who that could help me get back to Cebu because of my situation. And police in Manila, they were like, "No help." Like, they're like, "No, we can't give you all this stuff." And then we finally had one of the cops in Cebu contact an acquaintance or like a colleague in Manila, and he was like, "Look at her papers again. She's allowed to travel to and from Cebu with the same papers." Because in my PNP travel authorization, it says she can travel to destination from point of origin and vice versa. And I think they did that, or they created that part to help those who would get stranded. I don't know. But anyways, Philippine Airlines is pretty chaotic that morning because there was also another flight that got canceled, and I think it was a flight to Dumaguete, and there were so many people that weren't, or they had a sweeper flight from Manila to Dumaguete, and apparently you need to coordinate with your LGU to get on the flight, and so many of them didn't get on the flight, and there were people who were like, we paid for our flight to Dumaguete, and you're gonna have us rebook it again. So see, I know a lot of people can feel me. I know a lot of people are probably going through the same thing, or went through the same thing with Philippine Airlines. But anyways, so for the longest time, they were just looking at me. I was crying, I was stressed out, I was screaming at my sister through the phone. Not really screaming, like, you know, whisper screaming. I felt bad because my sister was trying to help me throughout the whole night, and we kept trying to call Philippine Airlines for help, and the agents on the phone, we're just reservation agents. We're so sorry. We can't help you right now. You have to look for a customer relations officer or office. And that's the thing. There was a customer relations officer that was there. She was on the phone the whole time. Like after she helped the people from Dumaguete, or people go like that were traveling to Dumaguete, she went to the other side and she was on the phone the whole time. I approached her because my sister wanted to talk to her and I was gonna talk to her about my situation. She was on the phone the whole time. So I stood there for like a good 5 to 10 minutes and she was on the phone. Like she didn't even want to be like, can I help you, ma'am? No, no, she was on the phone the whole time. She was like this. And I was pissed. I was like, if I was rude, or if my mom raised a rude person, and then I was trying to get on the phone too with the police at the same time in Cebu. So, pretty chaotic morning. Anyway, my story is all over the place right now, but that's pretty much really honestly what went on, just a little mild. Anyways, so I went back to wherever my bags were because I didn't want to leave my bags. And then, like, she was walking towards me. I thought, oh, okay, she's gonna help me. Nope. Homegirl went to the bathroom and she took forever in the bathroom. When she came out of the bathroom, she answered her phone again. And she walked away from me. And I was just like, ma'am, excuse me. And she just walked. She just walked away. And I was just like, guarantee customer satisfaction. Philippine Airlines, what is this? You're gonna have people pretend to be on the phone so that they don't help customers that are stuck. And then it was just really stressful. Then I had to pay for my bags, to check in my bags. And at that point, my parents were like, we don't care that you have to pay. We just want you to get home safe to Cebu. And I was just like, okay. I was just stressed and hungry and really sleepy at the time, at that point. And good thing that there was police that was there that convinced them that I was allowed to travel. Anyways, I just need someone to take some accountability, because for someone who has anxiety, that's not the best experience to go through. I can say that it's pretty traumatic, and I'm usually one for adventure. After this experience, it's like I don't want myself, or I don't want anyone traveling alone. And I understand, Philippine Airlines is going through like probably hard times right now, but you don't get through the hard times by milking money out of people. You don't, that's not the right way to do. And that's, come on, business ethics 101. That's not it. So if you guys could just give like me my money back for everything that I spent on, that'd be great. And if somebody could just be accountable, and if you guys can create a hotline that would help passengers that were like me, because you guys only give out one hotline number and they're pretty useless at times like that. So you guys need to get your things together, and I don't know, just not try and say that you guys are capable of flying when you know you're not, because there's a lot of people that will be affected. There's a lot of people that are running out of money because you guys literally try to milk them from their money, or milk their money from them at every point possible. And you know that these people are desperate to get home, so you take it to your advantage, or you take advantage of it. And these people don't even mind because they just want to be home. So yeah, I didn't want to have to go off like this, but just recapping what happened to me and maybe a bunch of other passengers as well really makes me mad. And if it doesn't, I don't know, if it doesn't make anyone else mad, then you should try putting yourself in my shoes, where I don't know. And we were told to call 72 hours before, and we even called like 2 days before, just to make sure that the flight to Honolulu was still there. And they said it was still confirmed. And you guys have us you guys have a policy wherein passengers need to cancel reservations 48 to 24 hours or even more than that before the flight, and yet you guys can't do the same. So what is that? Yeah, and on your website you guys have like, oh, passengers whose flights are canceled, or like yeah, if your flight is canceled, affected passengers will be given accommodations and food, and that wasn't given to me. No kind of help was given to me. So yeah, somebody please take some accountability, because that's all I'm really asking for. Oh, and my refund.